Good morning, Chavra. Today is Chaf Aleph Menachem of the 21st day of the month. And we're starting a new section in Igeres HaKodesh. What is our portion? What does it mean when we say Ashreinu Matayv Chakenu? How great is our portion? We're talking about Torah Mitzvahs, the fact that Hashem chose us to connect to Him through the performance of the 613 channels of blessings. Okay, in today's lesson, Hashem, in essence, transcends our physical world. We don't see Him. He's hidden in this world, right? And Hashem created and sustains the world through spiritual life force, but it's only a ray. Yesterday, we talked about the advantage that we have is that we have the essence of Hashem within inside of ourselves, the neshama. Everything else is created by the breath of Hashem, an extension of Hashem. Ashreinu Matayv Chakenu, Epistle 7, part Zion of Igeres HaKodesh, page 89 in your Chayenu Chavra. Umanoyim God Aleinu, how fortunate are we, how good is our portion, and how pleasant is our lot. Anytime things are difficult, look around you and count your blessings. Everything's so beautiful and wonderful, but what is it? Hashem is chelki, v'koisi, chavolim nafluli. Hashem is the allotment of my portion of my cup. What's my cup? The tracks, that portion lot, you have fallen unto me pleasantly, and I have a beautiful heritage. So the pasuk talks about a portion and a lot. What's a lot? A lot is like a lottery, like Purim. What does that mean? How great is the fact that we won the raffle? What does that mean? In order to understand the terms, our portion and our lot, page 90. Lashon Hashagur. First, we have to understand the expression that our teachers have said, that he has no part in the God of Israel. What does that mean? It would seem that a term like part, he has no part, cannot be possible when it comes to Hashem. Hashem is everything. So what does it mean? He cannot have a part in the God of Israel. What does that mean? God's not divided into parts. God is everything. We'll try to explain this concept by looking at the pasuk that says, by Yikra, and he called Hashem Kel, the God of Israel. Perush. The meaning of this pasuk is as follows. In truth, Hashem, blessed be, is true to his name. On the one hand, we say the Holy One. We say HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One. It implies that Hashem stands above and apart from creation. And then we say, so first we say HaKadosh, or Kadosh Baruch Hu. He stands, Kadosh means holy. Holy means removed. But Baruch Hu, blessed, also the word Baruch, when we say Baruch Atah Hashem, Baruch means to draw down, to bring down God into our lives. So how could it be HaKadosh Baruch Hu? It's like the same time we're saying HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God is separated, we're also bringing him down in the same three words. Even though Hashem permeates all the upper worlds and lower worlds, Hashem is everywhere, of course. From the highest levels to the lowest, to this world, to the deepest pits and depths, to the greatest heavens. The pasuk says in Yirmiyahu that Hashem fills. He's asking like a question. Do I not fill the heavens and the earth? Ani mamish. Hashem says, me, myself, literally. Not like an extension or a ray like we have here, the ray of the sun coming in. So the essence of the sun's up there. You can put your arm out, you feel, feel a little warm. But that's the ray of the sun. You wouldn't say this is the essence of the sun, we'd all burn up. But Hashem says, no. I am found everywhere. It's not just God's glory, it's God's essence. Now, although Hashem permeates and is found everywhere, nevertheless, still we know that since we can't sense and feel Hashem, where's the holiness of Hashem? In certain parts, upper worlds and lower worlds. Beis Hamikdash, holy, Aron Kodesh, Afal Pikeinu, Kodesh, Umuvda, B'Yenim V'Tachtonim, Ve'enoi, Nispas Klal B'Soicham Chas V'Shalom. It's nevertheless holy in a sense of apart from the upper and lower worlds, and it's not at all contained in them. Chas v'shalom. Kisfisas nishmas ha'adam b'gufei al derech mashal. So let's use the analogy of a man. Again, these analogies have a lot of holes in them, but we do the best we can. So the analogy is the soul of a man is contained in his body and is affected by the changes within. Yet with Hashem, unlike the soul, God is not affected at all by the world around it. If we go to a dark place in our mind, anger, jealousy, lustful thoughts, whatever, or even in our words or our speech, we could affect our neshama because we're dragging it along with us. Even, what's the word, mentally, emotionally. You could sit in one place and be fine. In the middle of davening, you're in a very nice environment, but your mind is taking you to a very dark place. You're taking your soul along with you. Your neshama is based in your mind. People think it's in the heart. It's based in the mind, and it also spreads down to and through the heart. But with Hashem, he's not affected at all, like our neshama might be affected. And then we have to work hard to do tshuva, to bring that neshama back to Hashem. But it could be affected by our actions, our deeds, and our speech, and our thoughts. We explain this for this reason, since Hashem is entirely distinct and apart from other world. Hashem is distinct and apart and holy, but at the same time, unchanged and completely involved in every single aspect, the smallest blade of grass, the tiniest bog, and the greatest skyscrapers, mountains, and involved in every single person's aspect of every single person's life. And for this reason, they could not receive the life force from the essence of Hashem. It would be so powerful to receive from the essence of Hashem. So it was diffused and tempered down, so to speak. It's metaphorically speaking like the radiation. Actually, just like we were talking about before, and the Tanya brings earlier on, the rays of the sun. We were too close to the sun. The sun is 92 million miles away. We were 1 mile, only 1 mile, out of 92 million. No, we wouldn't be able to handle it. We were way too much. We'd all get burnt all the time. And a little bit closer, we wouldn't be able to do it at all. So therefore, a ray of the sun is one thing. So it had to be a ray of the Shekhinah in order to... Ted, you with us? You good? Okay, good. Well, Hashem's name is itself a radiation, a ray, and from it there emanates another radiation. Nevertheless, maybe you can say a person and his name are not one. You could say, you could change your name. In the beginning it would be weird, but after a few months, few years, people would figure it out. Oh, the guy changed his name. Some people change their last name, right? Woman gets married, changes last. People, after a while, you get known. But with Hashem, he and his name are one. For which reason, a ray that emanates from his name is able to animate the various worlds. Pasuk says, for even his name alone is exalted. We don't just say Hashem's name. We can't say Hashem's name in the bathroom. We can't use Hashem's name in vain. But even though it's Hashem, it's a reflection. His splendor on earth and heavens. On earth and the heavens. So all of creation exists from a radiation of Hashem's name. Remember, we said the neshama is like the essence of Hashem, but everything is brought into existence from a radiation, from a ray. And this radiation itself vests in the upper and lower worlds in order to animate them. The heavens, the skies, that's the heavens. Actually, that's in our world, even though it's up there. You can't get there unless you go, flying. But we're talking about the spiritual worlds. They're all created by a ray of Hashem, like a radiation, the ray, and that's what animates them. And this world itself. And this level, the godly life force, is not really present, but actually vests itself in contrasts, in contracts, and adapts to the spiritual capacity in each particular world in which it is vested and integrated within. So it's stronger in some areas, the higher worlds, and then it gets tempered down as needed. It goes through many different chambers and levels, and contractions. derech ila va'olol, in a downward chain-like progression. It comes down, down, down. So again, it's like the sun. The closer you get, the stronger it is. And then as it comes out, it gets filtered down through whatever it is, the ozone layers and whatnot, until it comes down to this world, and it is able to bring light and energy into this world. It's just a mashal with the sun, but creation is finite. Everything is limited. There's an expiration date on everything here, right, in this world. And Hashem can limit his energy to create finite beings, but Hashem himself transcends all limitations. So we discuss this, and we discuss how the world is created. And then actually we're going to get into tomorrow. But the Yid has an opportunity to connect from his essence, which is his neshama, to the essence of Hashem by doing what? The 613 mitzvahs. Each one of those mitzvahs is a strand in this rope. Chas v'shalom, we miss a mitzvah, or we don't, or we do something wrong, we might sever that connection. We don't want to do that, God forbid. But when we do the mitzvah, when we say Asher Kiddishanu under the chuppah, the chassan says, Hareat mikudeshes li. It's the same word when we say Asher Kiddishanu. Don't think about that. You say bracha, Asher Kiddishanu, whatever that means, I'm going to wear Priya 8s or whatever bracha you're saying. But just like you're being Mekadesh, the woman, you're making her holy unto you, so too, we're thanking Hashem for making us holy by giving us the opportunity to connect to Him through this mitzvah of putting on tefillin, of learning Torah, of doing a mitzvah, of make sure you give tzedakah. There are nickels in the little container over there. So when we do a mitzvah, that's our opportunity to connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. From our essence, which is our neshama, which is really a portion of Hashem, to His essence. Circumventing all the rays and everything else. Everything else needs an extended way of creation, including our physical bodies. But our essence is a piece of God Himself. That's it for today. Mazel tov, chassan.